Give it here. Yell out if I hurt you.
Cliff?
What is it, darling?
Nothing.
I said, what is it?
You see, I'm pregnant.
I'm going to need some scissors.
They're over there.
That is something, isn't it? When did you find out?
A few days ago. It's a bit of a shock.
Yes, I dare say.
After 3 years of married life, I have to get caught out now.
No one infallible, I suppose. I must say, I am surprised though.
It's always been out of the question. What with this place and no money, everything. He's resented it, I know. What can you do?
You haven't told him yet.
No, not yet.
What are you going to do?
I've no idea.
Is it too tight?
Fine, thank you.
Is it...
Too late to avert the situation. I'm not certain yet. If not, then there won't be a problem.
And if it is too late, why don't you tell him? After all, he does love you. You don't need me to tell you that.
Don't you see? He'll suspect my motives at once. He never stops telling himself that I know how vulnerable he is. Tonight it might be all right. We'd make love. Later, we'd both lie awake, watching for the light to come in through that little window and dreading it. In the morning he'd feel hoaxed, as if I were trying to kill him in the worst way of all. He'd watch me growing bigger every day and I wouldn't dare to look at him. You know, it's funny, but we never slept together before we were married.
It certainly is, knowing him.
We knew each other such a short time. Everything moved at such a pace. We didn't really have much opportunity. And afterwards, he actually taunted me with my virginity. He was quite angry about it, as if I had deceived him in some strange way. He seemed to think an untouched woman would defile him.
I've never heard you talk like that about him. He'd be quite pleased.
Yes, he would. Do you think he's right?
About what?
Everything.
Well, I suppose he and I think the same about a lot of things. We're alike in some ways. We both come from working people, if you like. Oh, I know he has relatives on his mother's side who are pretty posh, but he hates them as much as he hates yours. Anyway, he gets on with me because I'm common. Common as dirt, that's me.
Do you think I should tell him about the baby?
It'll be all right. You tell him. There you are, you old devil. Where have you been?
You know damn well where I've been. How's your arm?
It's all right. It wasn't anything.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Well, you seem to think so.
Why the hell she married you, I'll never know.
Oh, you seem to think she'd have been better off with you.
I'm not her type. Am I, Donald?
I'm not sure what my type is.
Well, why don't you both get into bed and have done with it?
You know, I think he really means that.
Oh, I do. I can't concentrate with you two standing there like that.
He's just an old Puritan at heart.
Well, perhaps I am, but anyway, you both look pretty silly slobbering over each other.
I think she's beautiful. And so do you, but you're too much of a pig to say so.
Ah, you're just a sexy little Welshman and you know it. Her mum and dad turn pale and face the east every time they remember she's married to me. And if they saw this going on, they'd collapse. I wonder what they'd do, incidentally. Send for the police, I expect. Have you got any cigarettes?
I'll have a look.
You know, he really does get more like a little mouse every day. He really does look like one. Look at his ears, and look at that face and the short little legs.
That's because he is a mouse.
Eek, eek, I'm a mouse.
Now, Randy, little mouse.
I'm a mouse, I'm a mouse, I'm a randy little mouse. That's a Morris dance.
A what?
A Morris dance strictly from
You
mice.
stink. You really do. Do you know that?
Oh, not as much as you old bear. You're a stinking old bear, you hear me?
Let go of my foot, you whimsy little half-wit. I'm resting. You're going to make my stomach heave. If you don't let go of my foot, I'm going to cut off your great big nasty slimy tail.
I'll run out of cigarettes.
Yeah, go out and get me some cigarettes and stop acting the fool.
Okay.
He's half a crown. The shop on the corner will be open.
Right, you are then. Don't forget.
Now get the hell out of here.
Hey, Shorty,
What do you want?
make a nice pot of tea.
I'll kill you first.
That's my boy.